Hey guys, this is Bobby from One More Rep Fitness, and I'm gonna start this video series this week. Basically, it's gonna be a 6-minute video, and the goal here is just to give you super practical information that you guys can apply right away, and I'll kind of get into why that's important with that. So it'll be something mentally, so like a message, all right, to hopefully empower you and give you a mental tool to help you kind of break through any mental plateaus you have, and then really like a simple thing that you can do to improve your training, and a simple thing to do to improve your nutrition. So this is going to be getting towards more fat loss, but you can definitely apply this for different fitness goals. But the first thing is I want you guys to consider: are you guys using your lack of information, or are you asking too many questions to delay as a way of procrastination? So what I find here, I find this with myself and other people I work with, is sometimes we ask questions that we know the answer to, okay? Or we're looking for information that we don't really need to take action right now, okay? So like a real quick example is people might say, oh, I'm just not sure what to do because this diet says this diet says this diet says that. But the truth is, people know that you should probably be eating more vegetables. People know that you should probably stop eating less processed food. People should know that you probably need more protein, you need more water. All these things, and what happens sometimes is I think sometimes consciously and subconsciously, we use that as an excuse to delay it. Okay, once I have this information, that's when I'll take action. But then you get the information like, oh, I need that new information, then I'll take action. And what happens is you never really take the amount of action that you need to really get to your goal. So ask yourself, are you doing that, okay? And focus on this week of maybe just doing what you know, okay? Maybe you don't know everything, but what do you know with nutrition that you're not doing? What do you know with training that you're not doing, all right? So think of that. So that's the mental part I want you guys to focus on for the next couple of days. The second thing, guys, is training. So a lot of times when I meet with especially females and they tell me like, I heard strength training is really good for fat loss, and I want to tell them I want to get involved, but it kind of boggles my mind. I don't know how to really do it. So I kind of just got like a very simple kind of formula for you guys to just start doing training. So I'm going to go over five different kind of exercises that you can very easily replace, okay? And when doing this, just really focus on good form, trying to fill the muscles, and try to stick your reps range from like 8 to 15 reps, all right? And then each week, try to increase the resistance each week, okay? Or maybe if it's a bodyweight exercise like push-ups, maybe you increase your reps without stopping here, okay? So just try and keep it very simple, give you guys some actionable steps. So the 5 exercises that we want in our program is a squat or hip hinge, all right? So one day you might start with a squat, other day you might start with a hip hinge. So a squat people are pretty common, so do a squat variation. So maybe it's a bodyweight squat, it could be a dumbbell squat here. I could have dumbbells by my side, I could do a barbell squat, bunch of variations, guys. Hip hinge is more like a deadlift, so it could be like a barbell deadlift, a kettlebell deadlift, it could be a Romanian deadlift, it could be a hip thrust, a hip extension, right? Those are just your compound leg muscles, so just make sure you pick one and do that. The second thing is you want some type of push, something that you're going to push with the upper body. So it could be a push-up, it could be a chest press, it could be a shoulder press, okay? A bunch of different things, but just as long as you're pushing, you'll be good, okay? The third thing is a single leg exercise. So basic one, it could be a lunge, guys. I could be doing a step up here. I can do a single leg deadlift. I can do a single leg squat. Just do a variation on basically one leg, okay? Next one is a pull exercise. So we want to just balance the push. So with the pull, guys, is I just want to exercise when I'm pulling something towards me. So it could be like a cable row at a gym. It could be a lat pull down. It could be a dumbbell row off a bench. It could be a chin up. It could be anything that I'm really kind of pulling a weight or implement to myself, okay? And the last one is basically a core exercise. And what I highly recommend is anti-rotation or anti-extension, and that's just a fancy word for meaning that it's going to be more like a plank variation. So maybe I do a plank or mountain climbers, okay, or jackknife. And what anti-extension means is I just don't want to arch my back. So if I'm in a plank, the whole point of it is not just staying here, but making sure that I control my lower back. Because if my lower back dips in the air, I'm not going to work my abs, I'm just going to be at my back, okay? But if you really want to, you can do maybe some crunches, some sit-ups here. If you guys have these 5 components in your workouts and you're constantly pushing the tension or pushing the weight within these exercises, you guys are gonna get stronger. It's gonna be great for fat loss. You guys are gonna get toned up. You guys are gonna love it. So like I said, I would just pick 8 reps, maybe 8 to 15 reps. Try to maybe do 3 sets of each. And you can do it a few ways, guys. You can do all your sets of this and then move on all your sets, or you can do this maybe in a circuit. So you do a set of each and then rest. Or you can think about maybe just do back and forth this and then rest, all right? If you have any questions on that stuff, I hope I made it simple enough, but just kind of get you going with the strength training. And with nutrition, guys, there's a lot of times we complicate nutrition. We say that, hey, we have to completely like change our diet or go crazy with the diet. You know, I need to cut out all my favorite foods, or I need to cut out certain food groups here. And what's most sustainable and what's going to produce probably the most lasting results, okay? Things you can do a lot more effective, okay? Things you can do long-term a lot more effective. Things that you're very confident guys can do a lot effective. And as simple as this does, if you did this every single day, you would get fantastic results as far as your nutrition goes. So I want you to just consider is what's one thing you can reduce. I'm not talking about eliminating, because I think eliminating leads to bigger problems. What's one thing that you can reduce, and then what's one thing that you can add into your diet that will improve your diet? So reduce, think of something that's going to allow you to eat less calories, maybe less processed fats, less processed carbohydrates, and something that's going to add nutritional value. So maybe that's more vegetables, maybe that's more protein, maybe that's healthier carbohydrates around my workouts, maybe that's more water, okay? So I'll give you guys a couple of examples, okay? So something's happened, maybe you got in the habit of having ice cream too much, okay? Maybe all you're gonna do is reduce that by day. So say you go out with family like 3 days a week for ice cream. Maybe you cut that down to 1, and you're gonna make sure that you have a green smoothie for breakfast, all right? Or maybe you're gonna make sure that you have a protein for breakfast, all right? So just think about things that might be holding you back, all right, diet-wise. So what processed foods you're having, and think about like how can I just reduce it, okay? And over time, you'll be surprised how much you can reduce it. But I wouldn't eliminate it, okay? It's just about reducing it. Because really, if you could just reduce 100, 200 calories a day, you know, that's 700, 1,400 calories a week. If you do that each week, you're gonna get results from that. Especially as you're doing that, you're adding some bit more vegetables in your diet, some good proteins in your diet, some good some more water in your diet, some more healthy fats in your diet. So give those a try. If you have any questions on this stuff, please let me know. I'm here to help.